Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Eucateris in the building, and yo, if you guys are new, this is what I actually look like in real life. And I had to pick an outfit on what I usually wear a lot, and this is the outfit that I decided to go with because I realized that this is one of my favorite like fits to wear. So as you guys can see, I got the blue Thunder hoodie with the black shorts and the Jordan slippers on. And then as you guys can see, if you guys go over to the gaming version, I have on the exact same outfit. Literally everything is accurate. The only thing that's not accurate is probably the hair, because I do have waves, but my waves are not spinning like that. But other than that, everything is pretty accurate. I got the blue hoodie, the black shorts, and I'm rocking the Jordan flip-flops. And yeah, it's just crazy that I'm able to do this with a PS4 controller. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the model. Now I'm going to get in the behind the scenes on how I actually made myself into this video game. And yes, I actually am going to continue working on this project. So best believe there's going to be an update and a part 2 on this video. So I'm about to get into it. Hopefully guys you enjoy, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Okay, so as you guys can see, I was unfortunately unable to show you guys how I sculpted the eyes and how I sculpted the nose. But it's okay because I'm going to make a video on how to sculpt on another time. But right now, as you guys can see, I was just working on the eyebrows right now. You know, I'm just messing around, just sculpting, working on the shapes. And yeah, right here is then I started to work on the ears a little bit. I'm just messing around once again, messing around, put the ears on there. And then let's see. Right here, I'm just changing the skin tone, but I think this is pointless because I think I ended up painting him instead. So I don't think that would be my skin tone. Like I said, sculpting it takes time, so you know, I had to change it and stuff. Right here, I'm just messing around again. See, I ended up painting. I'm just messing around with the skin tone. And right here, I was just painting. The ears. I had it on mirror mode, and I just made like a J. There was actually a photo that I was trying to replicate, because you know, one rule of sculpting, you always want to sculpt with the photo near you. So I'm gonna put the photo up here on top so you guys can see what I was actually trying to like go for at first. And then after that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, and that's where I added my own hairstyle and obviously my own skin tone and stuff like that. Here, this is where I made my earrings. All I did was I grabbed the cone and then I just moved it around a bit until it looked like an earring. And then I just changed the color of it, just changed the texture of it, make it look shiny. So that's how I got my ears pierced. At first it was on the right side of my ear, and I'm like, wait, no, it's supposed to be on the left side. Even though it looks like it's on the left side, but when you turn behind them, it's actually on the right side. So I eventually turned that over into the left side, as you guys can see right there. So far it looks good. Right here, I just paint the head. So right here, I just paint the top of the head. That way he's not completely bald. That way, you know, yeah, he's not bald. So I painted the hair. And then I seen that it was, oh yeah, so this is where I add the additional hair. So what I did was I grabbed a circle.
All the stuff.
I grabbed the circle and I just cut it in half. That's what I did. This is a separate scope, by the way. And I was just adjusting. I was trying to line it up to the head. So as you guys can see, I'm just trying to line it up to the head. Just trying to line that up. Then once I line it up perfectly, I just color it black, just like that. It's that simple. I just grab it and then turn it black. And as you guys can see, I have like a second layer of hair. And then right here, this is where I added my waves. I just grabbed a circle that's still in a half circle, and literally what I did, I literally just drew. That's all I did was just drew on his head.
I want to raid these guys.
Just draw zigzags on his head. That's how I got those waves. So I just kept zigzagging, zigzagging, zigzagging. Obviously, it took me a little while, but I actually liked the way it came out. And that was that. That was the 30-minute clip. Maybe going to the next clip. I'm just here, still continuing to do the waves. And basically, at first I was going to have it go all the way around. But then I'm like, wait, no, that doesn't look right. So I just had it just lined up all the way into the end. I just made it long. Horizontally long. And just like that, you guys just see me complete this whole face in 5 minutes. Obviously, it's fast forward a little bit. It took about an hour. But it didn't take an hour because it was hard. It just took an hour because, like I said, I was messing around and I was just decorating. And this is what I had so far. And so far, it came out good. And I think this is what you guys are looking at. So over here, at first I was thinking about doing a design for my hair. I'm like, yo, should I do a design? I was thinking about like making a line across. I'm gonna have you guys see it. See, I was thinking about doing that, but I kind of didn't like the way it came out. It was better in my head, but I hope you guys get what I was going for. But it was better in my head, so I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm gonna just keep the waves. I'm gonna just keep the waves. So then I'm like, okay, it looks like this guy just has like a fade, like a flat top, and I kind of didn't want that. So what I did was I just grabbed the paint, and obviously I grabbed gray because I tried to make it look like a taper or whatever. But I'm like, nah, it doesn't come out like that. Until it took me a while to realize that you can change the opacity. I had no idea. So I should have done that, but it was too late now. So obviously over here, this is where I do like the front of the hairline. And right here, I felt like a barber right here. See, now you guys can see I added the side. Pretty much all I did was just add a square. Add a square both here. Just add a square, see? And then reflect it. And then I just turned it a certain way just to make it look like the back of the head. And right here, I was just trying to make it like round. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. But yeah. Yeah, I was just messing around. And then as you guys can see, you got like the little sideburns on the side. Speaking of sideburns, I think this is where... Oh no, I tried to add a mustache. I was going to give myself a mustache. But I kind of didn't like the way it came out. Obviously, that I was like, no, that's terrible. At first, I was going to make a mustache out of like circles. But then I'm like, wait, let me just paint. But right here, this is where I add my sideburns. I added the little sideburns over here. That's where I got the sideburns. Like I said, I just added a cone and then just stretch it out and just paint it on there. That's how I got my sideburns. Now with the mustache, I decided that it'd be better if I just painted from my mustache. Now this one, it took me like 20 minutes because like I said, once again, I was just messing around. And in real life, I'm like, yo, I don't even have a mustache. I do, but like you can barely see it. So I was just trying to make it to where like you could barely see my mustache. Like as you guys can see, when I drew the mustache, it looks nothing like me at all. So I'm like, you know what? Nah, I gotta keep trying. Try to make it fit. Look, that looks nothing like me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna change. This is where I found out that you could change the opacity of paint. So I'm like, okay, let me just make like a light little mustache. And I'm like, okay, you can still see the mustache. I want it to where you could barely see the mustache. So this is what I was going to do for the lip at first. I'm like, you know what? Nah. At first, I was going to have, like, these as my lips. But I'm like, okay, that looks fucking terrible. So, I ended up just drawing a straight line. And that was going to be my mouth. I was going to do that at first. But I'm like, you know what? No, that looks terrible. I was trying to go off that model again. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just make a straight line. So I eventually ended up just making a straight line from my mouth, as you guys can see here. And then I think I still added the mustache. Here you go. So I added the mustache and I made it to where the opacity, it was like you could barely see it. So So here's my little mustache. You can see it a little bit. And I think I had it to where like it was like you could barely see it. See, there you go. There's the mustache right there. It's like I have a mustache, but you can barely see it. So that was pretty much how I did my face. That was how I did my face. So now for this one I had did while I was on stream. So for this one, it's pretty much self-explanatory. At first, I was trying to like create my own type of jacket, but I just ended up just painting it instead. Oh yeah, so I just painted my outfit blue. Now for the hoodie, what I did was here again with the half circle. The half circle is my best friend today. So I just stretched it out a little bit for the hoodie, and I just added it to the back. I don't know. I don't think I added blend. I was like, yeah, it's better if I just don't add blend. And so for the hoodie, I just stretched that out a little bit, and I angled it down a little bit. That's how I got my hoodie. And then what I did was I pressed triangle to like get the delete effect with painting. And basically I just made it to where the hoodie is like deeper, so it looks like an actual hoodie. So that's pretty much what I did, as you guys can see. And then I was gonna paint it black at first, but then I'm like, wait, let's be real. If you have a hole in your hoodie, is most likely gonna be the color of your hoodie, not black, you know. So unless you have a black hoodie, but yeah. So I ended up painting it blue, and it actually came out how I expected it to come out. So that's how I made the hoodie. And like I said, for the rest of the body, I just painted it. For this, I was just showing off my other sculpts. Oh yeah, so for the hands were actually easy. It's actually easy sculpting hands. So pretty much what I did was I didn't grab a square. I grabbed a cube because I realized that a square was too square. So I ended up grabbing a cube, and I just shrunk it down a little bit to where it was like flat a little bit. And for the thumb, I just grabbed one of those tools. I forgot what this tool is called, but I grabbed this tool. Basically, I was just adjusting it until it looked like a thumb. And this unintentionally looked like a thumb. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go with this. And then for the fingers, I think I grabbed the same tool. At first, I was going to grab a cylinder, but I'm like, nah, let me just grab the same tool. So I grabbed that, and pretty much I just made it smaller. And then I just stretched that out a bit. No, I think I actually ended up going with a circle. Oh, no, I didn't. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah, I actually ended up using a circle. I apologize. I used a circle, and then I ended up stretching it. No, I lied again. I actually did use this tool because I realized that the circle was a little bit too sharp. It looked sharp. So I ended up using this tool, and now it looks like a finger. And pretty much I just kept it like that. I literally just made it the size of, you know, what your index finger would look like, what your middle finger would look like. And as you guys can see, I was just looking at my hand to see. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Literally all I did was 3 things to make this hand. And for the pinky, I just made it small. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So that was it for the hand. That was pretty easy. And once again, I just painted it to my skin tone, and I just glued it on to my hand, and it looked like an actual hand. So that was that for the hand. In the middle of the video, as you guys can see, my hands are backwards, and one of my subscribers had mentioned like, yo, your hands are backwards, so I had to fix that real quick. And right here, I think so then I started to get into making my shorts. So obviously I just painted my pants black, and then I started to add the little design on my my shorts. So I was just adding the designs. I put myself in a T pose. That way I was able to make room for myself to add the design on the sides of my shorts. So yeah, pretty much all I did was just draw a straight line down. As you guys can see, I just drew a straight line down. And as you guys can see, so far it's looking so good. It came out exactly how I wanted to. And that's the thing, like I said, as you guys can see on the bottom, it says 3 hours. It took me about 3 hours to do this. It's just, sculpting is easy. It just takes time. Right here, I grabbed the paint. I literally just stripped down. Like, literally, I just grabbed the paint and just stripped down. That's literally easy. So yeah, I just did that for the strings, and I copied and pasted, and I just glued it together. And there you go. Those are my shorts. And it was just crazy how accurate it looked. As you guys can see, look, I got up and I was showing off my shorts. Cause like, look how accurate it looks. Like, you guys can look at the camera, look at the game. It was pretty accurate. And right here, I just painted myself. I'm gonna just let you guys see. I changed the color to the skin tone that I was using, and then I just grabbed the spear and I just painted myself. Obviously, it was a little bit too light, I think, and I ended up fixing that. Then right here, I just painted my socks white. Now, fast forward a little bit. This is where I made the slippers, as you guys can see. I think, yeah, this is the new model. So, I ended up making my own flip-flops. So, right here, what I did was, I just copied my foot and I just made it flat. But I had to remake this, so I'm not going to show this one. I'm going to show my other one, because I had to remake it. Because as you guys can see, it was acting up a little bit. I couldn't move or any of that. So I'm like, I got to make a new model. So I think this is the new model, actually. Is it? No, this is the old one. So I was like, you know what, screw it. So I ended up making a new model. Pretty much what I just did was I just grabbed the circle, I turned it into an oval. Then I grabbed this little donut shape and I just lined it up. This was gonna be like the strap of the slipper. So I did that. And then fast forward a little bit, I was just adjusting it to line it up right. And so far, as you guys can see, look, it already looks like a slipper. And then pretty much after that, I just painted it. That's all I did. I was just testing it to see if it worked, and it did. And I was excited about that. So pretty much, as you guys can see, I just made the whole thing white. And then I'm like, okay, from here on, I'm just going to add the small end details. So I just painted it red. I paint the bottom of it red. And then the sides, I just painted it. The outline, I just painted it black. You guys can see. Pretty much, it's just patience. That's all it is. It took me like almost an hour to do that. Well, not the paint, but like the whole flippers, and then I had to remake it and all that. So as you guys can see, it looks like a slipper. So there you go. And I realized that when I walked, you couldn't see the red inside. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well just paint it at the bottom. And yeah, and I think that's where I'm at today. Obviously, can't forget the Thunder's logo. Now, for the Thunder's logo, I know that it's a little bit sloppy, but the reason why I didn't care and make it as accurate is because copyright reasons. I'm like, you know what? I might as well not make it accurate because I kind of don't want to get copyrighted. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to add copyright into the game. I'm just going to make it look ugly and sloppy, as you guys can see. And there you go. There's the Thunder's logo. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I turned myself into a video game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new and if you enjoy videos like this. Dreams is one of my favorite games out, and I just thought that this would be very interesting if I shared it with you guys. And yeah, hope everybody is having a good day, and peace.